Assalamualaikum and hi. Before I start, I would like to show you a few videos. Cute, right? I believe most of us would smile to that, just like I did enjoyed it. So some of us might even share it to our friends, to our families, and some might even repost it on TikTok or IG. Before I would like to go further with my topics, I would like to introduce myself. Assalamualaikum and hi again, my name is Nureen binti Mamun Azman. On today's Persuasive speech, my topic is kidfluencers are modern child labor. So, back to the videos, I would like to ask question where we almost never ask because we tend to forget. What happens to the child behind the screen once that video is uploaded? In today's digital world, children's faces are no longer just memories. They are content, they are data. And according to Barclay's Sharenting, parents oversharing their children online is predicted to account for 70% of all identity fraud cases by 2030. So here, we are not just uploading cute moments anymore, we are uploading a child's future security. And that is why kidfluencing is no longer harmless fun. It has become something much more serious and much more dangerous. To understand the gravity of this danger, we have to look at how kidfluencing is fundamentally changing the nature of childhood itself. The problem with kidfluencing is that kidfluencing changes what parenting is supposed to be. It takes the ethics of care, the natural loving bond between a parent and child, and turns it into a commercial product. When a camera is always present at your living room, bedroom, kitchen, anywhere around the house, a parent slowly stops being just a caregiver and start becoming a manager, just like how a manager is to an artist. Comforting a child stops being something private. Feeding, playing, and even bathing time is content now. So, some people might say, but the kids look happy. And that's exactly why this is so dangerous. Research has shown that this kind of labor is invisible. Something that we cannot look at because it looks like play. In reality, these children are performing emotional labor, smiling on cue, hiding frustration because the camera is always present, is always on. That smile is not always joy. Sometimes it's a job requirement. And this is not just a Western issue. We are just seeing it here in Asia. In Southeast Asia, including Malaysia and Indonesia, family vlogging has become a popular source of income because it's cheap, accessible, and highly profitable. A 2023 regional media report highlighted that children appearing in daily live stream for hours, reviewing toys, reacting on cameras, repeating catchphrases, because those moments perform best with the algorithm nowadays. Some children were filmed during meals or pull out from their naps because this is when engagement is the highest. There are no film sets, no time limit, no label protections, just a phone and camera in a living room. And in many Asian households, the income from this video supports the entire family, which means the pressure to perform doesn't stop when the child is tired or uncomfortable. They have to keep going to record more, to react more, exaggerating, overreacting because that's what the audience wants. So, when we call kidfluencing modern child labor, we are describing what is already happening quietly in our own communities. And if the pressure inside the home is bad, the threat coming from outside is even worse. According to NBC News, the internet is being flooded with AI-generated abuse material because predators are remixing real photos taken from public family accounts. The Internet Watch Foundation reports a 1,325 increase in AI-generated child abuse material in just a year. AI has made it so much easier than ever for a child's image to be stolen and manipulated. Every public post becomes a data set. Every video becomes raw material. A child's privacy, safety, and emotional well-being are being traded for likes, views, and clicks. Because the risks to a child's safety and identity are so high, we cannot simply look away. We need a solution that directly addresses this harm. So, what should we do? The solution is not banning social media. That is something unthinkable but possible. However, it takes too long to do it. And it is not blaming the parents. The solution is recognizing one clear fact, that children need protection. If the problem is overexposure, then the solution is limiting monetized exposure. Parents must draw firm boundaries between parenting and profit. Fewer public posts, no daily filming routines, and no monetizing emotional moments. And this is not just my opinion. Research has shown some children are filmed for up to 30 hours a week. That is nearly a full-time adult working schedule. And what's worse is that they are doing it without a single labor law protecting them. Under the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, placing a child's economic values above their developmental well-being is classified as exploitation. On top of that, Teen Vogue also calls kidfluencing child acting 2.0. But the thing is, child actors have working hours limit, legal contracts, and financial protection. Kidfluencers have none of that. If a child on movie sets deserves protection, then a child in a living room with a camera also deserves it too. Now, I want you to imagine what happens next, depending on the choices we make. Imagine growing up and realizing that your childhood was never private. Every milestone is recorded, every emotion is monetized. Researchers warn these children develop fractured identities, unsure where their real self ends and their online brand begins. Imagine being 15 and realizing your memories were actually business transactions curated for strangers. That is not fame, guys. That is confusion. But now, imagine a different future. Parents choose privacy over popularity. Children grow up without pressure to perform. Less content online means less data for AI to exploit. And more freedom for the kids to just be kids. The future is possible. That future is possible, but only if we act responsibly now. And that brings us what each of us can do today. Here's the choice we face. We can keep treating kidfluencing as harmless entertainment, or we can recognize it for what it has become. Modern child labor in digital form. Every like, every view pushes this video further into the algorithm. Your engagement is the fool. So, I challenge you to do two simple things. First, stop the engagement, unfollow and stop sharing monetized family vlogs that rely on children. Second, the face-off rule. If you're a parent, use stickers or emojis to protect your child's facial data from the AI systems. That would help a lot. Children should not have to trade their safety, identity, and future for likes. When parenting becomes content, care becomes commerce, and no amount of fame is worth a childhood a child never agreed to give up. And that is all for my persuasive speech on kidfluencers are modern child labor. Thank you.